Today I'll talk about what I think is the most important gear and best thing to buy for a beginner filmmaker. Hello guys and welcome to my first video. I'll start by introducing myself. My name is Teo and I'm a 14-year-old filmmaker from Sweden. I've been making films for 4 years now, and today I'll share some tips that and knowledge that I've learned from the past years. So you can get lights, microphones, cameras, even more cameras, and computers, and what more, like screens and a lot of things, at least editing software, screens, like it's a lot of things you can buy when you're a filmmaker. But for me personally, I believe what's in front of the camera, that's the most important. And for me it's very important to be able to catch what's in front of the camera. And to be able to catch what's in front of your shot, you need a good lens. What I think is the best thing to buy for a beginner filmmaker is a zoom lens, like for example this one. So, for example, this is a zoom lens that I use. This is the Canon 18 to 135mm lens, kit lens I believe, that I'm loaning right now. So, I'll just put it over right here. Why do I think the zoom lens is the best lens to buy, or like the best gear to buy for a beginner filmmaker? Well, that's because with a zoom lens they're often very wide at a starting point. Like this one is 18 and can go very close. So when I want to shoot like myself like this, when I want to film myself, I don't want to get like a super close lens, like if it would have been like let's say 85mm. If I would have filmed this video in like 85mm, it would have been kind of bad, and it would have been very close to me. And if you're using a compact camera like this one, then it's great, because the compact cameras often have zoom lenses. So for example, this one can zoom 5 times, and it's starting at so this, for example, this compact camera can go from 6.1 to 30.5mm, which is really great. But you can't buy whatever zoom lens that's out there, because there's a lot of zoom lenses. They can go from 18 to 35mm, and as this go from 18 to 135mm, and there's 70 to 200mm, and there's really a lot of different lenses. Myself, I'm using a crop camera that goes with a crop of 1.6, and I really like to use these zoom lenses, because all my other lenses gets really close, and like that's really annoying when I can't film a shot because it gets really close. And if you want to vlog with a crop camera, then I would recommend like going with maybe 11mm, maybe a zoom like 11 to 24 or something like that, between there. I believe Canon has a lens that is 11 to 22. It's a pretty expensive lens, but that's a great choice if you want to vlog and get those wide angle shots. But if you want to vlog, then you should probably go with a very wide lens, because you want to be able to capture everything, and you don't want to see a vlog where like you only see this much of the face, because that's just boring and it gets way too close. So try to get with a wide lens. The reason why I didn't recommend audio and lighting over lenses is because if you're, for example, filming a short film, then you can always replace the audio with sound effects from epidemic sound, or record them afterwards. And there's always sunlight that you can use as lighting. For example, I have sunlight coming from there, sunlight's coming from there. You always have lights, and lights isn't that expensive either. Like, yeah, if you want professional, that's gonna be really expensive. But if you want like a cheap studio lamp, then you can probably get one for $40 or something. I would recommend a zoom lens for beginners. So if you're a beginner, you can maybe take a look at a zoom lens at least. But a prime works very good too if you have a wide prime like 24mm. That will probably work really good too. So I would believe that buying a zoom kit lens will work really good for a beginner, and you should be able to see. And also I'll show some shots between the different focal lengths, and you'll see the difference of how this shot would have looked with a too close lens. Just a disclaimer, if you didn't understand some parts because of my wacky English, then comment down below and I'll try to help you by writing answers to your questions about zoom lenses or whatever you want to ask about. And I'll try to learn more English and try to be able to talk more naturally with you.